Welcome back, welcome back. We are back here again at Lo Que Es Podcast with our special guest, Jose. I was about to say Jose Torres. Jose Casas. How you doing, man?
Hi, what's up, Gio? Yeah, thank you for having me.
Sorry about that, man. I guess it's just a trending. Jose Torres, Jose Torres. Yesterday I was trying to make the video for the Instagram. And it came out perfect. Like I said, it take about 4 or 5 times to do it. And I said, everything came out perfect until I said, if you have any questions, make sure to put it down. So Jose Tor, I had to erase the whole thing. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, man. I'm glad to be here, man.
Thank you for driving out here, man.
Yeah,
I know it
no,
was a far drive.
I thought I was going to California for a second.
Introduce yourself a
So
little bit.
my name is Jose Casas. My Instagram handle is Jose Casas _easy.
Awesome.
Originally from San Jose, California. I grew up there, but born in LA. And then I've been here in Arizona since 2001. So it's I love it here in IZ, man. It's just
Different change.
it's completely changed. Like one of the biggest reasons why we came out here is my family. My parents had they bought some property in Glendale back in '99,
Oh, wow.
and so we came to maintain them because we had family and they were taken care of.
Sometimes family's the
know.
worst, man. To be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say that it wasn't good. I don't want to say no more.
I'll say it.
Yeah, no, I know. Working with family, no. The only people I would work with family is my mom, my parents, and my brother. That's the only people I would do business with.
Sometimes it's hard, man. Sometimes hard. That's the hardest people because sometimes there's the people that you trust, and it's the worst, to be honest. But it is what it is.
I've seen it, man. A lot of people have took advantage of my parents, just because they got some real estate, and family just took advantage, So
Where's your family from?
my parents are from Zacatecas.
Oh, Zacatecas.
Yeah, so-
Wow.
Yeah, they're from out there, and yeah, it's beautiful state. I've been out there. I'm 37. It's been since I was 13. So I was out there. So.
Wow.
But
Long time.
Yeah, a long time. But I've been wanting to go, but it's so crazy out there. It's like
Yeah, Mexico's a beautiful country. Just the insecurity, like a lot of inseguridad, a lot of bad things that happen. But it's crazy.
Yeah, but Zacatecas, I heard they call it the lost state. The government literally has forgot about it. So I don't know if it's true or not, but
It could be.
all the friends and family that we have out there, they said that it's pretty bad.
So what got you into what you're doing?
So what got me into life insurance, man? So in life insurance, I've been in the industry. I'm going on 3 years now. And I got in I got recruited by a friend of mine. Her name is Maria. The funny story, during COVID, or right after COVID, like 01, I started selling stuff online, buying desks, like I'll buy couches like this and like for $10 and sell it for $200, I made some really good money.
You were a hustler, huh?
Oh, I get free stuff and I resell it for more money,
That's what it's about.
I learned that from a gentleman named Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary
Okay.
V. And so I'm just hustling, selling stuff, working a full-time job at a warehouse, and this lady comes to my house because she wanted to buy a desk. And she ends up, buying the desk, and then she asked me, "Hey, Jose, I see that you like selling stuff, and you're hustling. You have my garage is full of boxes, because I go to local auctions and buy stuff." And she's like, "Hey, you know what? I used to be a teacher, but now I'm a life insurance agent." And it's like, will you want to check it out? I was like, "Yeah, sure.
Don't hurt.
Don't hurt just to see what's out there. What else I can make money. So long story short, I made an appointment with her, and then the broker of the office. The broker of the office at that time, had 17 years of experience in the industry. Came from a corporate insurance company, life insurance company. Now he's running his own agency, and they showed me the presentation, and they turned the page over, and there's a gentleman by the name of Patrick Bet-David. I don't know if you know who he is.
I'm not really.
Okay, so this gentleman.
Not good with names, first of all. I'm going to let you know as of right now.
I can tell. But so I've been following this gentleman already for like 4 years prior to for me knowing about the company, and I got obsessed over him, learning who he is, because the first time I heard him on a podcast, he was so intense, and I was like, well, who the hell is this guy? And so I looked him up and started just following him. I listened to literally 5 days of podcasts, just listening to whatever podcast he was on.
Oh,
I listened to all of them.
Followed him,
Yeah, I
right?
just followed him, and I was like, "Yeah, this guy's intense." So I didn't know he had an insurance company, an insurance agency.
Oh, wow.
So when they turned the page over and they're like, "Oh, this is our CEO, Patrick Bet-David," and I was like,
That's it.
this is the CEO, and he's like, yeah, this is the CEO. What do I need to do to be part of the company?
That sold you.
That sold me, and then of course you have to join. There's a fee that you have to be part because that's the company is more like you're starting a business literally.
So
It's like a
technically
franchise
partnership.
partnership. Yeah.
Correct.
I was like, here's my credit card, sign me up. And I was like, and they're like, oh, you have to study for your license. I was like, oh shoot, like I hate tests, you know.
Yeah,
like
most people do.
You know, I start reading something and my eyes are just wandering off, you know, like it's like a squirrel, you know, look the other way. But I got my test, you know, I got my license and it took me 4 tries, you know. I'm not, you know, I was sweaty, man. My test was on a Friday morning. The night before on Thursday, I was studying with my broker online. And, we're doing Zoom like 12 o'clock at night. I'm falling asleep because I'm tired, you know. And so I ended up passing it. I barely passed it with the 70%, you know. So I was like, okay, cool. You know, now let's get to work. And now it's getting appointed with all the companies. So we have 18 different companies that we deal with, you know. So
Oh wow.
we have a little bit of everything. We also, of course, we do life insurance, retirement plans, and then annuities. Annuities is another way to protect your money. And so I joined it. I kind of fell into it, man. And it's been an amazing journey. Learning the industry, talking to people, and of course, you know, it's sales. You know, sales is not for everybody. You know,
It's not.
You know,
Talking to people
You
is
do
not
you do
for-
solar. You know, so it's like talking to people. You know, well, I wasn't really scared to talk to people, but to trying to
Getting the point across.
get the point across. You know, it took me a bunch of times getting pretty much the door slam in my face to kind of just say, you know what, I gotta keep on talking to people. You know,
How did that motivate you when they were like, you know what, we don't want it, like, not rejection, but at the end of the day, it was no.
you know what? It's when you're alone and you know, I don't know if you ever felt like this, but when you're alone and you're like, damn, is this with the business? Is this really gonna work out? You know. And of course, you know, your mind just starts going everywhere. You know, you're like, damn, like I don't know if I can do this. You know, I don't know. You know, and of course, I didn't get no support from the family. You know, especially Hispanic family. Like,
Yeah.
you know, they're telling you
Déjate tontadas.
go work in a warehouse, go work construction. And I say nothing wrong. We're working those jobs, but I have big dreams. You know, and
I think, excuse me,
No.
I think most of the time that is the old school that we have is that get a job, listen, you know what, get your 2-week vacation, go home. Like
Yeah.
that's the mentality that, well, at least my generation grew up with. You know what, go get a job,
same here.
listen, and just try to move up or try to stay under the radar.
Yeah. Well, I mean, prior to insurance, you know, I was a caregiver for 9 years, so I bust my ass to be the manager and excuse me, be the manager, the lead, and just to be at the top, you know. But it wasn't providing what I wanted, you know. So
To the people that don't know what a caregiver is, I have a concept of it, but what is it that you did?
So the field I was in, I was working in group homes.
Okay.
So I was working with people with behavioral health issues. So people with traumatic brain injuries, people with like they overdose on drugs and their brain just kind of got fried.
Baked.
Yeah. And so it got baked. So I was the house manager. So meaning I was in charge of their meds, food. I had 6 guys in my house. So I was in charge of everybody. But I had staff that helped
Okay.
me, you know. But it was just one of those things is that, you know, you saw so much stuff. You know, you're helping these guys trying to get back into life, right? But a lot of them are so, I hate to say it, so messed up in the head where they hit their head so hard that their brain just lost blood or it just damaged that part of their brain and they couldn't function anymore. You know, I had guys that, you ever seen that movie 50 First Dates with Adam
Yes.
Sandler? Remember that guy
Short-term memory?
Yeah, short-term memory that
Okay.
when you say, hey, my name's Todd,
Yeah.
and then you forget. I had 3 of those guys in my house.
No way.
I had one guy, he was a paralegal. He fell asleep on the wheel, rolled over his truck, and got ejected, hit his head, and lost majority of his memory. So every time he will go to sleep, you forget what happened the day before.
So every day was a new day.
Every day was a new day.
Like he had to restart the tape.
Yeah, and he was very violent.
Wow.
So that's another thing. A lot of my guys were violent.
What's the worst thing you experienced there?
Somebody dying.
Like, you seen it?
I seen it. Yeah, we actually had to get CPR. We have
Wow.
to. So this gentleman had Alzheimer's,
Mm-hmm.
and so we had to. I told my guys like, hey, call the police, call whoever we need to, and we start doing CPR. We put him on the floor and start doing CPR. And we brought him back. His body was alive, but his brain was dead.
Okay.
You know, he was already advanced Alzheimer's. I think it was like stage 3 or something. He was already at the point where they only had like he was with the 6 months, and you already had like probably 7 months or something like that. It was like he was ready to to die. But that messed me up, man. I was
Did
like,
it?
I was 21, 22. You know,
was that your first person you see?
Yeah, first time
like on you.
Yeah, like.
Wow.
And then so he passes away. And then, like 2 years later, I had another one of my other guys. One of the most intense guys I had in that group home, where he was put in the group home because he had dementia, he had paranoia, schizophrenia. He also was charged of trying to rape a nurse.
No way.
And this guy was the most racist dude on the planet, but he was Mexican. So he thought he was white.
No way.
Yeah.
God,
it was a trip.
Have you ever?
I used to catch him watching the History Channel, watching the Nazis.
Yeah.
And I see him just stomping in his room.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
He was one of my worst clients, but towards the end, he became one of my favorite clients. You know, because I had a routine for him. You know, and he gets up, goes to take a shower, breakfast is ready, and then I had a routine with him. You know, but he ended up passing away from liver cancer because some of the pills that he was taking damaged his liver.
Oh wow!
Because out of nowhere, he's eating and he starts screaming, "Oh my side hurts, my side hurts." Take him to the hospital, and that was the last time I saw him outside before going to the hospital, and he passed away in a hospice. You know, so and the crazy part is he was the only male out of like seven kids, and he didn't want to talk to nobody in hospice. He was already pretty much gone, and when I arrived, he waved at me and he said like that, Joe. He used to call me Joseph, and he said Joseph. He went like that, thumbs up. I hugged him and I got out of there, man. That one hit me hard. So I was like, you know what? So I left the group homes and then I went to a school for adults with special needs. So working with people.
So you always been helping people since day one.
You know what? And I got into that field by accident because in 2008 with the economy crash, because I went to school to become a mechanic. You know, so
Diesel or gas?
The what? Gas.
Gas.
Yeah. So I wanted to work on like Mustangs and just
You're a Mustang.
I'm a big Mustang,
Ford or just Mustang?
Anything Ford, pretty much.
Okay,
You know.
nice.
Shout
out to all the Ford people out there.
There we go. But so I got laid off. And I was a assistant manager at a tire shop. They did also services for cars and stuff. But I was a new guy, so I got let go, and I was like, "Damn, I need a job," you know. So a friend told me there was another friend that was a coordinator for the group home, so I started working there. I was like, I need a job. I don't care what it is, but you know, let me. I just want to work. But I became a manager in 2 months.
Oh wow!
Because I'm
movido.
Just I'm there. I want to make money, and you know what can I do for the company? You know, I was always a company man. You know, so and that's why, you know, fast forward to today, as I was on so many different positions in life, and all the different jobs I had. You know, and when the company approached me and give me the opportunity to start my own business, you know, and of course business is not always, you know, at the top you're making all this money. It's been up and down, man. It's been up and down, but I see what people have become in the company, you know, start them at the bottom and just keep on showing up. You just gotta keep on showing up, you know. So now my goal is to who can I talk to, who can I reach out to, who can I show even a simple policy where people can just have a simple coverage that can cover, you know, a lot of the final expenses when somebody passes away, you know. So it's like I'm just out there just talking to people, you know.
So like when most people, I believe in insurance. Period. It's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
Yeah.
What is one of the? Well, I'm pretty sure there's pros and cons to everything.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the con is that I don't want to die.
Yeah. People say,
So what's the pros of? Can you use it? Like, is it true that you can use it when you're still?
Yeah. So
here?
So it's very important. Depends on who you get your life insurance with. Some companies out there do offer what's called the living benefits. Living benefits means that you can use your life insurance while you're still alive. Meaning if you have a terminal illness, chronic or critical injury, critical illness, or even Alzheimer's, one of the companies that we have has the Alzheimer's benefit. So if, let's say, you go to the doctor and they tell you have 6 months to a year to live, you call me and say, this is what's going on, you know, can you call the insurance company? The insurance company is going to investigate, of course, like any other company, and they're going to say, okay, we see what's going on with Gio. we can forfeit the policy up to 85% of the policy.
Oh.
And now you can use that money. You can use it for whatever you want to use. It's tax free. Uncle Sam can't touch that money because since this is something that you're already investing out of your money that's already been taxed. So the money that you get from your company, it's already been taxed, right? So now you're investing this on something for yourself.
They can't do double jeopardy on it.
They can't double dip. So a lot of people don't know that exists. They think that life insurance, I die and then my family gets the money. No, but what happens if you get injured? What happens if you get in a car accident and you go into a coma? We actually have my broker has a client that he's been in a coma for 3 years, and the family activated the living benefit and got I think like $300,000 out front so they can pay for whatever they need to.
3 years in a coma.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, wow. And the crazy part about that is that he didn't want insurance.
Who got it for him?
Well, he ended up getting it because the mom, I think, forced them to get it. So he had like $400,000, $500,000. He was only paying like $40-$50. So the third month is when that accident happened.
No way.
Yeah.
So basically, it's your calling to help people out, man, since starting day one.
Yeah, and you know what? And I feel blessed that I have this opportunity. That's why one of the reasons why I reach out to you is. I want my name to be known out there, to say, Jose, definitely. Not just Jose, the guy with the mustache, but Jose, the insurance guy, hey, you have questions, contact him, send him a message, and he'll get back to you. And if I don't have the answers for what you're looking for, I'm gonna get him for you. My broker's been in the industry for 19 years now. Oh, wow. Now he's and if he doesn't know, we have people that can get you the answers. So, like we have 18 different companies. The oldest company that we have is 175 years old.
Oh, ain't going nowhere.
They ain't going nowhere. Life insurance companies have never gone bankrupt.
Never?
Never.
Because people live and people sometimes don't live.
Yep. Everybody, every company, every industry out there has insurance, has life insurance.
I'm in the wrong business then.
You can be part of the business too, but you can still do what you do. That's the beauty about our company is that if people are looking for other opportunities, but they don't want to leave their job, but they want to make an extra $1,000, come talk to me. We can help you out.
What's the most, let's say, in your company, the best thing that has ever happened? Like you met somebody or fulfilling to you, helping somebody out, and the worst. Like have you had bad? I haven't had clients?
Really bad clients. Not yet. I'm kind of fairly still new to the business, but the thing is is when you talk to people and they're saying like, I'm not interested in life insurance because if I die, I don't want to leave money to El Sancho.
Ooh, machismo.
Machismo, it exists, and my family can take care of themselves, My kids, if I did it, my kids can do it. They can take care of it,
So for people that don't know what machismo is the opposite of feminism. And technically, in other words, it's a man that he's from the land America. That that macho.
Yeah, it's and it's sad because one of the other big reasons why I became an agent is I was tired of seeing GoFundMe pages.
Dude,
the car washes, especially in the West Valley of Phoenix, washes every weekend.
On the South Side.
South Side also.
There's a comedian that says that he says, you know what? That when somebody passes away, they have to put him in the freezer until your family collects what you did. So it's sad,
Yeah.
Like, but it's just, that's one of the things that and I put this on my mom. My mom says that she don't want that because it's taboo. They say, oh no, I'm not ready. Nobody's ready.
Yeah, nobody's ready.
But let's say, for example, an 18-year-old kid comes. What you reckon? What words will you tell him? Is it? Because I know coverage is cheaper when you're younger, right?
Yeah, way cheaper. Way cheaper.
So I'm 33. A person that's 18 is going to be cheaper for a person that's 18. Mm-hmm. No alcohol, no drugs compared. And even if I don't do that either, it's cheaper for him because in reality, anything can happen to anybody, but it's more pro to happen to me and my heart attack, diabetes, X plus one than that person, right? What would you tell a young person?
A young person, and the best insurance is the insurance you can afford, okay? So, but if there's a couple of weeks ago, I insured, I think it was like 20 years old. He just wanted $150,000 of life insurance. He didn't have a lot of money, but he knew the importance of life insurance. He ended up, for $150,000. I think he paid like $23. Because he was super healthy, so it went from a month. So it went from $30 to $23 because he was healthy.
People, $25 a month. You guys waste that on a meal at Starbucks or
Or
McDonald's.
McDonald's, yeah. So there's two different types of insurance policies. There's a term. Term means that it's you're renting it. Pretty much it's gonna expire. So it has 10 years, 15 years, 20,
Okay.
25, 30. And then there's a whole life. There's people out there say, oh, whole life is the worst thing you can do. It's what your needs that you want, the needs that you need, right? So if there's a young gentleman, or let's say for you, like you say, you have a house, you have a cars, you have mortgage. What happens if you pass away? Is your insurance gonna cover all that, so your wife doesn't have to struggle? That's where a lot of people don't realize is insurance is not just for you when you pass away. You want to leave a legacy for your family. You want to make sure your family doesn't struggle when you pass away. So if your mortgage is $300,000, your car payment, say you owe $30,000 on your car, and then you have 3 kids, you want to make sure your kids go to college, right? So you leave something behind for them. And so you end up getting, let's say, a $600,000 policy that's gonna probably cost you $70, $80.
Not bad.
It's not bad at all. But then if you're healthy, a lot of the times the companies will see that and they lower your premium.
So let's say, for example, let's say those 600,000, or let's close number, $1 million policy. Say I was to pass away and I have it. Can I leave that insurance, the interest of policy to one of my kids, like a beneficiary? Instead of them they get the interest and it keeps going up. Or
No. So I think you were talking about more of like the policies where you have cash value. Is what you're talking about. So when you pass away, it goes to your beneficiary.
That's everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
We recommend a beneficiary is 18 years and older, just because that person is allowed to touch on money. So
my wife said she's taking everything.
You give the money to your wife. And also too is that now is if you have a trust or a will, now you can have that control the life insurance.
Cool.
So if people are looking for that, we know people that do stuff like that. So now you're going to another level where you're controlling and protecting all your assets under your life insurance.
No, it makes sense. Like it's
so now sucks. So the whole life policies, those policies, you can put those policies on kids. So my son has and it's called an index universal life insurance policy. Mm-hmm. Okay. So that policy, for him, $100,000 of life insurance, we're paying about $38 a month, but we're gonna be putting more money into it. So by the time, so let's say we'll put $200 extra on top of that. By the time he gets to retirement age, he'll have, I think I can't remember what it was. It was like $1.2 million into the cash value, so he can use that as an additional retirement.
Oh, so
you can build a retirement for your kids. Yeah.
With life insurance?
Yeah, with life insurance.
That's the loan that you said.
Yeah, that's the cash value. That's the whole life policy.
That's only for retirement. You can't take it out early.
You can take it out early if you want to. So if you wanted to build a college fund for your kids, and you put a certain amount of money into each policy, and you just have to look how the money grows and how much they're gonna have at that certain age. But they can use that money for whatever they want. If they don't go to college, they want to start a business, they can use it for that.
So basically, the money goes up. It's basically how la bolsa de valores, Wall Street's going.
Yeah, it works. So what it does there, it works with the stock market.
Stock market.
But the cool thing is about these policies is if the stock market crashes and dips, your money stays level. Oh, you're not gonna lose. Yeah.
Let's say, for example, my policy already won 100,000, but everything dips. Mine stays at the 100, right?
It stays 100.
It will not drop to where it started, right?
Yeah, no, it stays right there. So that's where people don't know that exists,
I didn't know that either.
No, so it's pretty much it's like you see it as a house. It has a floor and it has a ceiling, So if it just stays in the middle, So if it doesn't go up, it will go up, 7% or 8% averages. Yeah. But it'll stay there. But if it goes down, it doesn't.
Cool.
Go down.
So like the equity on a house could go up and down, but on your insurance. So it goes wherever it's at, it will never go lower. It just keeps going up.
Yeah, and then the most important thing also is that not just the term policies have the living benefits, but also the whole life. The companies that we have the whole life has living benefits.
No way.
So what happens when a lot of the older folks hit their 60, 70 years old? What happens with them? They get sick, right? A lot of them get sick. A lot of them starts, they have what's it called, kidney failure. They have liver failure, or they get diabetes. Their eyes start going bad. Now, so if something happens to them, or they fall and they break a hip, now they can't move. Well, they have the life insurance there. They can activate the living benefits too.
Oh,
so
really nice.
So that's the cool thing is that our companies give the living benefits to term policies and the whole life policies.
Awesome. See, kids, young adults, and older adults.
Yeah.
You guys should look into your future because we never know what might happen. Nowadays, everything's happening. This world is crazy right now, man.
It's crazy. But then also, too, another thing is people are going to say, well, I have an insurance through my job.
Correct. I was about to get to that.
Yeah, I have insurance through my job. Yes, awesome, amazing. Congratulations that you have insurance through your job. If they're paying for it, awesome, take it, But a lot of the times you have to read the fine print because they'll say, you got insurance with our company. Okay. But does it cover me outside of work? Because I've heard stories of people dying outside of work and it doesn't cover them. Because
wait a minute. I did not read the fine print on mine.
So it's very, very important to read the fine print to see what happens if I pass away outside of work.
No, I didn't know that. I need to read my fine print because, to be honest,
do you have one through work?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say read the fine print.
Wait a minute. Nah, I got life insurance for all my kids, my wife, and when I talk to people, I got some of my kids. Why? Like obviously, I don't want nothing to happen to them, But we're gonna be realistic. 2 years ago, we were in a situation, God forbid, it didn't happen. Thank God, everything was good. But it was a 90% chance it could have happened.
Yeah.
And we don't want it to happen as a parent. We don't want nothing to happen to our kids. But like I said, at the end of the day, it is what it is. There's nothing else that we could change.
One of the biggest things that happens here in America is number one thing that people go bankrupt is medical bills. And people don't think about that.
Man, I had like 80,000 one time, and I just sent that to collectors.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
medical bills put people in bankruptcy. But what if there could be an opportunity that if you get very sick or you have some type of illness where you can use your life insurance, activate the living benefits and pay that bill. I've heard during COVID, there was people that had COVID that they were dying and they activated the living benefits and paid off the medical bills.
That's what a lot of people during COVID, you got barbers, hairstylists, nail techs. We're actually bringing a nail tech, a lady out here.
Yeah, I saw that.
And like COVID made a lot of people into a new thing, like yourself. Like obviously, you became an insurance agent.
Yeah.
Me? No, I didn't do nothing. not even a podcaster. But I barely started it. Like I said, we've been wanting to do this. We started it. We let it go. For everybody that's watching out there, I appreciate the support. Obviously,
baby steps,
work.
man. Baby steps,
work has a lot to do with it, but we're not gonna let it go. But yeah, COVID got a lot of talented people out here, man.
Yeah.
I know people that became barbers. They start cutting their own hair.
Yeah.
A lot of people, girls, tag, extension, eyelashes.
Yeah.
All the catfish stuff.
So now those people, the people that are barbers, the people that work for themselves, do you have insurance? Now you're working for yourself.
True.
Do you have your own retirement? Are you building your own retirement?
I'm gonna tell the nail tech this later on today. You know what? Do you have retirement?
I already added her, man. I saw her and I added her.
And not tell Jose Casas because he got your back.
But and that's what something that's very important. During COVID, how many people did they have $20,000 in their savings? Even if they did, but now they have to use it to bury a loved one.
A lot of people were getting PPE loans, man. They were scamming the system.
Oh yeah, man, they were. But
I wish I knew how. I did not do it right.
I think I know somebody.
Yeah, I know
but no, that's something very important is that sometimes we want to go buy the Louis Vuitton bags. We want to go buy all the name brand stuff, but we never look at the small things. It's like, what happens if, and when I was a caregiver, I had a client in one of the other houses that he was walking on the sidewalk. He tripped, hit his head on the concrete, and he's in a group home forever.
No way. It happens. There's a lot of people that want to look rich, and be broke instead of looking broke and being rich.
Okay, so now that you say that is, we have these people today saying, "Oh, we want to build generational wealth." What happens when you pass away? What are you leaving your family?
Tell me about it.
I'm just gonna leave them in debt.
Yeah, because they don't care. Like there's a lot of people that are, like, there's two types of people. People that, you know what, I want to take care of my family, and if I was to pass away, they're set. And the other people are like, you know what, they could take care of their own. I took care of them when I was alive. They can handle their own. But that's not, at least my point of view.
No.
I
see it as we see it. So now the point is, you want your last name. If you care about your last name, where are you gonna take it now to the next level, right?
I've seen that on the jersey.
Yeah.
Have you seen that one? That
Yeah.
don't wear other.
I
other
don't
people's
wear.
jerseys?
That's why I really don't watch sports. It's just I don't want to wear somebody else's name. You know. No, sorry.
It don't have a jersey name though, but it does. It does.
But no,
it makes sense though.
Yeah,
Like,
it makes sense, right?
all the big brands are Louis Vuitton. All the ones, they're a lot of people don't understand. It's their names.
Yeah.
It's the person's names that you're rocking.
Yeah, you're rocking them.
Jordan's Jordan. He writes his own name.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have one real soon then. So
There
I
you
can
go,
start
man.
wearing
Build
my
it,
brand.
make your own brand. But it's very important. People talk about generational wealth. I've talked to a lot of different people in different industries. They say, "Oh, building generational wealth, you're building generational wealth," but they don't have something for them for if something happens to them for their family. So, but it's a crazy world out there. So if you're how can I say is you really want to leave something behind for your family, think about it. It's not just because I want to sell you something. I want to make sure you're educated on what you're gonna get. And make sure that you understand the policy that you have. Because I've met people where they have insurance, life insurance, but their agent just kind of signed them up and just let them go.
So is there some agent that don't care, that they just want to get obviously there is, right, that they just want to get that commission?
Yeah, there's some, we call them sharks.
That's what they're called.
Yeah, I mean,
just
I was in car
like
sales.
in the streets.
Yeah, like in car salesmen, the used car sales, like those guys that just, oh, sell this, and you're walking down the road and the car starts falling apart,
It'll be like that guy from Matilda.
Yeah. I forgot about that movie. Yeah, like that. But there is some people out there that do that. So for us in our company, and this comes from the top, it says mission before the commission.
Makes sense.
I want to make sure that you're getting the right policy. I can sell you $1,000 policy. I'm gonna make a lot of money, but is that really gonna benefit you on the down the road? You might be able to pay it for 2 months, but on the third month you're not gonna be able to pay it.
But you're already paid, right?
Yeah, I'm already paid, but still, it still comes back at me.
You believe in karma?
Oh, yeah, I believe in karma, yeah.
So it'll slap you in the face.
Yeah, it's like, damn, you see that, like, oh, shoot, they're charging that money back, and it's like, ooh.
Now can we get into a little bit of your part? How does it work when you sell a policy? Is it worked on percentage? Or?
It's a percentage with the carrier and then the agency.
So you make off two?
Yeah. No, actually, it's just one. So the insurance carrier pays the agency, and the agency pays us.
Okay, so you're third party.
Yeah.
Obviously, insurance is number one. Then the agency.
Yeah.
And
So the insurance companies hires our agency because we have the people. We have about 40,000 people in 49 states.
In Puerto Rico.
In Puerto Rico, yeah. The only one state is Montana, and I think it's just there's more cows than people. More buffalo.
You better be a veterinarian.
Right? But our main goal one of our main goals for the company is by 2029 to have 500,000. We want to take over the industry, man. Like,
so just your agency?
Just our agency.
What are you guys ranked on top of all the agencies? How big are you guys?
So I haven't really looked into it, but so we just got bought out by a company called Integrity Marketing Group.
Okay.
So this company owns 220 insurance companies. So they're worth like $7 billion. So they bought us because of the potential that we have. So majority of our agents are Hispanic, but half the majority of the company is Hispanic. And the other percentages are African Americans and then the other different races. But and majority of their agents are women in their 30s, the Hispanics. Because now there's stay-at-home moms that want to make some extra money for the household. So
from home.
Yeah. So now they're helping the household to bring in some extra money. So we have a lot of women in our company. Just because they want to make some extra money. So why not? Let's help them out.
So what's that average insurance agent make? Let's say if he's on the grind for most of the time.
If he's on the grind, man, they're averaging, I would say between $4,000, $5,000, $7,000 a month. All depends on how the business is running, stuff like that. But I mean, now and then the big dogs, those guys are making really, really like 6 figures a month. But you're building an agency. Yeah, you're building an agency.
So do you have people under you?
I have some few people underneath.
So you make a little bit of profit.
Yeah, you make it's called override. You make override with people.
Oh, nice.
But it's not for everybody. Because a lot of people are not used to talking to people.
Correct.
So, But if you know a lot of people, but you don't want to talk to people, there's ways that we can have. We call them referral agents. You join the company, you get a license. But you say, Jose, here's 100 numbers, but I don't. You can talk to them. I told him you're gonna talk to them about life insurance. I don't want to talk to him.
How much does that person make?
It depends on the policy.
Okay.
Depends on the policy and what they buy and stuff like that.
And
so
the minimum to the max, how much is the minimum? I can
minimum,
let's
honestly,
send you
minimum
somebody.
it could be $200 to a couple of $1,000.
No way.
Depend, like I said, it depends on the
Correct.
policies and what type of product also. Because now we go into annuities. So if you have, a lot of people have 401ks, right?
Correct.
But what happens when you leave the company? That 401k stays back. That 401k is kind of floating in the air, and they're just kind of, you forget about it. So now that 401k, you can roll that over into an annuity or Roth IRA too.
Okay.
You can roll that over into an annuity. An annuity is pretty much insurance on your money. So it works with the stock market, kind of like same with the whole life policies. So it's like you look at it as a house. You have the roof and you have the floor. It's gonna hit a certain percentage and it's gonna stop right there. Because if you're in the stock market, you have the potential to make all kinds of gains, but also you can lose everything.
Yes.
But here it's pretty much you have protection. It hits, let's say, 14% max, and then if it goes below zero, you don't lose money. So if you put 100K into an annuity, and it goes up to 110,000. But then the stock market, the next year falls, and or the next month falls, your money stays at 110,000. You don't lose money.
That's smart.
So if you have a 401k, and it's not, and you're just losing money there because you left it there at the old company, you can roll it over. You can roll it over to a company, an insurance company that can put it into an annuity.
So people, if you guys don't want to sell insurance, just send the referrals. Minimum $200 around there, 2,000.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be part of. You have to be an agent.
Correct.
Yeah, of course, you have to be part of the company, stuff like that. But
You have to take the test as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so regardless.
Yeah, you have to be part of. You have to be an agent. But now you can be pretty much like a silent partner. But you're licensed with the company and you're part of the company. But you just kind of want to be a referral agent. Send referrals. So
we asked a couple questions yesterday. I don't know if you don't mind answering a couple. One is from my niece. She's in Mexico. And she told me to ask you. ¿Qué consejos sobre este tema le da a las personas jóvenes? You want to say in Spanish or English?
Pues lo puse en español o en inglés. So, si tú tienes una familia y eres un joven, pues quieres dejarle algo a tu mamá o a tu papá, ¿verdad? So, si tienes 18 años, no tienes hijos, no tienes casa, no tienes nada, pero tú amas a tu familia, quieres a tu familia, agárrate una póliza de $1 millón. Si tienes 18 años, si puedes agarrar una póliza de $1 millón o $500,000, agárrala. Porque si algo te pasa, tu familia va a estar, te van a enterrar, pero los vas a dejar en una posición mejor que en donde estaba. So in English, if you're, so you asked, what you say?
The question was, what advice do you have a person that's young on this topic?
If you're young, you're 18, 19, 20, don't have kids, don't have a mortgage, don't have a car payment, but you love your family, get yourself a $500,000 life insurance policy or whatever you can afford. Get something, because now you're leaving your family in a better position than you left them when you passed away. So.
What's the right age to get life insurance?
14 days old.
What's the youngest that you can get insurance?
14 days old.
For real?
As soon as you get your Social Security card. My son, a month after he was born, we got him insurance.
No way.
Yeah, as soon as you get your Social Security card, you can put
life insurance.
Life insurance, yeah. But the best insurance that you can get is the one you can afford.
Okay, that was a question.
Yeah.
What was the best? Gotta barely learning this technology, man.
Yeah, it's okay.
Is life insurance expensive?
No, it's expensive once you get older. But also too is we're gonna ask you the questions as, of course the age. If that person's 50, we're gonna ask them the question is, do you have a mortgage? Do you have car payments? Do you have debt? Because we want to make sure,
it covers.
It covers. Yeah, if you pass away, like I said, you want to leave your family in a better situation than they were before. So, but also too, if it's what you can afford,
Nice. There's a couple more. Let me see. Keep getting out.
No worries.
Actually, one day asked me when I was talking. I was going to do a podcast. They said, "Is there certain life insurance, like if the quantity is high, that they have to do blood tests, any exams on you?"
So, I've had a few clients where they haven't seen a doctor in a while, or because insurance companies, when you apply, and it's a really easy process to apply for insurance.
Can they lie on their health? Like saying, I don't smoke, I don't do drugs.
But so if you say, I don't smoke, I'm good health, but you go to the doctor, you went to the doctor last year, and the doctor sees that you've been going through some medical issues, the insurance companies are going to see that. So insurance companies can see everything in your medical history.
Okay.
They see, they're literally like the government. They can see everything your driving record, your medical record, everything. They can see everything.
So you can't fool them, huh?
You cannot fool them. So if you're gonna get insurance, make sure you tell everything that your medications you're taking. If you are taking medications, if you smoke marijuana, because some companies don't cover you if you smoke marijuana.
For
so
real?
yeah, some companies. We have a company that actually will cover
Even
you.
if it's legal?
Even if it's legal, it don't matter. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So you gotta definitely be careful. Yeah, because if you pass away within the 2 years, because the companies were investigating within the 2 years, they're gonna investigate why did you die. They're gonna do an autopsy on you. So if they catch marijuana in there, they're gonna be like, hey, what happened? Okay, now if they're gonna pay out or not, So insurance companies are gonna take care of themselves, So it's kind of like when you're any job.
This is the last question of the day before we cut it off. What if you unalive yourself?
Oh, suicide?
Yes.
So I had this question before, and my brother.
I know there's policies that cover it, right? Or no, none do.
After the 2-year mark, they say if you decide to, you can do it. But I'm not saying
obviously, but I'm just saying
yeah, because I've heard a story where this gentleman got $1 million policy, and 6 months later he committed suicide and didn't pay out.
Because I know saying this from a person like I lived it. There was a guy that was in jail that he thought he was never coming out. He says, in order to leave my family good, he had insurance. Take my life away. I'm gonna lie myself. He was like his insurance was gonna pay out. He didn't do it. It was just a moment, but yeah.
Yeah, you just have to. We tell the
read the small print every time.
Read the small print, and then if the agent doesn't know, ask him. Can you find out? I
don't think people want to cover you if you do that, right?
Yeah. I was like, now I'm right. So as an agent, if I see stuff that's kind of a little out there, and red flags, I have to report that to them.
You have to, though, right?
I have to report it. Yeah, I have to.
It's basically negligence because at the end of the day, he's probably doing himself.
Yeah.
And not only that, probably to get him help as well. You know what?
Yeah.
Hey, we understand what you're going through, but you know what? Can we offer any type of help?
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Like I said, so the first 2 years, companies will investigate what happened with the person.
Oh wow.
So I'm not saying to do it.
Just don't do it.
Just don't do it. Go get some help. You
have any last words for the viewers out here? Anything that you would like to express yourself? Any wise words that you would like to tell these young and older people as well? I guess.
Oh, some wise words. I say pick up a book.
Yeah.
I know our company, we read a book every month.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, every month we read a book. I'm not having been. I can't. When I read a book, I have to most of the time to listen to it.
Oh yeah, me too.
I have to listen to it because, like I said, when I'm reading something, my eyes just start wandering.
It happens, man. Or out loud, or read out loud, enough so you can.
No, I don't want to read out loud because then I sound dumb. I was like, oh, but no, some wise words. Take care of your health. That's something I'm working on myself right now. We're trying, get better on a healthy side. Take care of your health. Don't smoke. Watch over yourself. Watch over your family. Family's everything. Just be aware of your surroundings. What can I say, wisdom wise? Learn something.
There you go.
Learn something.
We'll definitely do a follow up on this. I like talking to. Well, like I said, we'll focus on this, but I know that you're going through some changes in your life that you're trying to fix. So we'll do a follow up.
Yeah, definitely.
If you like, we'd love to have you here anytime. It's your house.
Yeah,
and it's kind of far, but
no, it's if I can do this more often, man, I'm down, man.
We could do like a segment, like today's podcast with Jose.
Yeah,
not Torres, but Casas.
I'm very knowledgeable. I've done a lot of stuff, and health wise. Like we were talking earlier, I have lost 100 pounds, gained it back, lost 150 pounds, gained it back. I'd be like back and forth weight wise, but my next goal is to get back onto, where I need to get at. And
it's January 28th. We're gonna see where you'll be at in a month from now. So now you have to keep
now there's accountability,
All right.
It's because in the month I started, I was like, yeah, I'm doing good, and then it's like and then my son, my 2-year-old is like going running at me and he puts stuff in my mouth. I was like, oh, come on.
January 28th.
It's a discipline. I read this thing on the internet. It says discipline equals freedom.
Correct.
So once my discipline gets to where I want to be at, the freedom comes where
There you go.
But yeah, we'll see how it is in a month, and see how. Thank you
so
much.
Pleasure having you. Thank you, everybody. Awesome. Thank you, everybody, for watching in. And don't forget to like, subscribe, also follow Jose. And if you guys have any questions about life insurance, yet again, like it's very important to take care of your future and your families.